Right, 2 minutes to 4 p.m. coming to you live from Nairobi, Kenya. This is TV47 News Now with me, Stanley Nyaringita, here to update you on what is happening in the world and in the country. Let's begin. Police in Kitui County are widening the search for Police Constable Bernard Siambe, who remains at large after allegedly shooting and killing 2 women on Sunday at Kanyonyo Market in what's believed to have been a domestic dispute. Kitui County Police Commander Martha Ngetich has warned that officers against the misuse of firearms, stressing that none is above the law, regardless of their position. She further urged officers facing personal or emotional struggles to seek professional help before situations spiral out of control. Police are now appealing to the public for any information that could lead to Siambe's arrest. This is a developing story. Stay with us for more updates on it.
Lakini tulipata silaha aliyoitumia na uchunguzi unaendelea sasa, na hivi karibu tunampata. Tunamtafuta ili achukuliwe hatua kwa kitendo mbaya alichofanya. Uchunguzi unaendelea na akipatikana tu atastakiwa wakati wowote atakapofanya.
And meanwhile, President William Ruto has come out in defense of the Hustler Fund, dismissing a recent Kenya Human Rights Commission (KHRC) report recommending it be scrapped for failing to meet its objectives. Ruto praised the fund for promoting financial inclusion, refuting claims of a 68% default rate, instead insisting the actual rate is just 20%. He also celebrated the fund's role in fostering a savings culture, citing 5 billion Kenyan shillings saved by Kenyans so far. The president pledged continued support for the initiative, stating it plays a critical role in empowering micro, small and medium enterprises.
To some of our friends, a micro loan of 1,000 seems too small to matter to anybody. But that is only because they have never walked in the shoes of those who were left at the margins of our society for far too long. They have never experienced the despair of being locked out of the financial system like millions of Kenyans have been for a long time, of having no credit history, no collateral, and no chance. That's what Hustler Fund is affording. Those same critics are spreading fear and despondency by falsely claiming that the fund has a 60% default rate. That is a deliberate distortion of facts. The truth, backed by data, is that the Hustler Fund has a recovery rate of 83.3%.
All right, let's focus on Nakuru County now, where activists have petitioned both the IBC and NCIC to summon Wajir woman representative Fatuma Jeho, Kapsurat Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi, and Tianti Member of Parliament William Kamkent over remarks they claim suggest a plot to rig future elections in favor of President William Ruto. After recording statements with the NCIC, the activists termed the remarks insightful and a threat to national stability. They also criticized the DCI's silence, accusing the agency of inaction.
We therefore wrote to constitutional bodies mandated to investigate independently and take action. Amongst one of our demands was that she be denied to participate in the coming general election because a player who enters a football pitch and insists on using rugby rules should not be allowed to participate in a football match. And therefore, we are calling upon the NCIC, the IBC, the DCI to investigate and take action. In that regard, we are saying 3 leaders within the UDA ranks, that is Fatuma Jeho, Oscar Sudi, Kamtet. Those ones should be called out as people who want to play rugby in a football match.
Maneno kama hayo katika Kenya leo ambayo inaishi na katiba yetu ya Kenya ni hali ambayo ya kudhalalisha katiba yetu, na tukasema kwamba lazima ule ambaye amekuwa elected lazima adhibiwe kwa mujibu wa sheria, na tungependa IEBC DPP waweze kuinvestigate mtu kama huyo anastahili kukuwa amestakiwa.
And President William Ruto has acknowledged growing unease among Kenya's traditional allies, including the United States, over Nairobi's strengthening ties with China. Speaking during a private sector roundtable in Nairobi, Ruto emphasized that Kenya will pursue partnerships that benefit national interests. He cited China's removal of tariffs on agricultural exports as a major win. This follows a move by US Senator James Risch proposing a review of Kenya's non-major NATO ally status via the US National Defense Authorization Act.
The high-level conversation with China, they have agreed to a reciprocal arrangement between Kenya and China. They have agreed to remove all the tariffs on our tea, on our coffee, on our avocado, and all other agricultural exports. That, I think, is a major breakthrough. It's partly why I have a bit of a problem with some of our friends, but it is what I must do for Kenya. You know, it's in the best interest of Kenya that we get into this market. Some of our friends are complaining that we are doing too much trade with China. Honestly, I mean, you know, when I sat with President Xi, I had a very candid conversation, and I told him that Kenya is importing 600 billion of products from China. Yet we are only exporting maybe 300 or 5%, according to Lee. You know, that trade imbalance is serious.
To some environmental news now, and Kifi Governor Gideon Mung'aro has announced that the county will take over the Malindi and Watamu marine parks from the Kenya Wildlife Service, KWS, by December. Most current staff will be replaced by locally trained wardens. The governor also revealed plans to acquire 5 modern fishing vessels for local beach management units. A benchmarking trip to Germany is planned for October to explore modern waste management models.
Zamani ilikuwa gari inatoka Malindi, Watamu tusaidike na chochote, matakataka kila mahali, gari mpaka itoke Malindi ndio tufike sisi, lakini kwa sasa tunamshukuru sana Mung'aro ametuletea gari yetu ya Watamu.
Tunataka kuboresha uswafi zaidi, na katika hizi municipalities zilizobuniwa juzi, hii ndio municipality ya kwanza kuona kwamba tumenunua gari la takataka la kuboresha uswafi ndani ya wodi yetu ya Watamu.
Viongozi wote ambao wameweza kuandikwa kazi ya municipality, la muhimu Mheshimiwa Gavana, municipality hii ya Watamu watakofanya kazi ni wa Watamu. Watakofanya kazi ni vijana wa Watamu. Naona Ibrahim amekuwa mwema, ameongeza Dabaso, akaongeza Matangoni, lakini first priority Watamu youth, Watamu youth and women.
Maofisa wa warden wa Watamu atakuwa mtu wetu, warden wa Malindi atakuwa mtu wetu. Tutawabadilisha majina, lakini tutawaita majina fulani mengine. Afadhalini mkienda kuvua, mbali ya sisi kuleta zile vifaa za uokoaji, tafadhali mkienda bebeni life jackets.
Right, and still in news around parks, Kenyans may soon pay more to visit national parks as the Wildlife Department seeks to revise the 2007 law governing entry fees. During a public participation session in Machakos, Southern Conservation Area Parks Manager Joseph Dacha said the current law is outdated and unable to meet today's conservation challenges.
Public participation exercise that Kenya Wildlife Service is conducting across the 47 counties with regard to the review of the conservation fees into our national parks, reserves and sanctuaries.
Where there are stronger economies, I think that's where you can look at the parks and say that economy actually works for putting up some of the prices. In smaller economies and developing economies like us and developing national parks around us, we've got to also be realistic. But definitely we need to review the park fees, and this is why we're having this public.
We need more from our KWS people. The other day they visited our village and they went through our primary schools and put that awareness to our school children about how they can take care of themselves when they are coming out of school and going to school, especially when they meet with their wild animals.
Tukipitisha huo mjadala, KWS itaweza kupata nafasi ya kufanya kazi vizuri sana, na their services zitakuwa improved kwa sababu watakuwa wamepata enough revenue ya kusaidia kufanya services ambazo ziko kwa parks.
And to some politics across the borders, technically, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is intensifying his 2027 presidential campaign in the United States, rallying diaspora support and sharply criticizing President Ruto's administration. Speaking during the launch of his third DCP satellite office in Kansas City, Gachagua accused the government of wastefulness and poor leadership, vowing to restore democratic governance if elected.
Ruto has diverted management for education through the National Intelligence Service, ostensibly to deal with regional security. This money is withdrawn in cash every Friday and given to Kindiki to go around the country bribing voters and cheating them. That is empowerment. William Ruto promised real empowerment when he became president. Hey, how do you explain where is the deputy president getting this money from? His salary is known. He has been in office for 10 months. He has not earned more than 10 million shillings. In the last several months, he has spent over 300 million shillings. This money is not in the budget. Where is this money coming from? These are proceeds of corruption. And these are funds that are being used to corrupt the morals of our people. I'm elected as President of the Republic of Kenya in 2027. My first action in office will be to set up a judicial commission of inquiry to inquire on the killings that took place on June 25th and the subsequent killings that have taken place since then.
From Kansas in the U.S. back to Nairobi, back to Kenya in Migori County, where pupils of Bondo Kasiemo Primary School now have access to clean water after First Lady Rachel Ruto launched a borehole, a pledge she had made earlier. Accompanied by local leaders, the First Lady said the borehole will enhance hygiene, boost academic performance and support environmental conservation. The wider community will also benefit from the project.
So we are very grateful because God enabled us to do this. And we know that water is life. Water is everything. Without water, we cannot cook the meals that we cook here for the children. The kitchen garden cannot run. The children cannot have water to drink. And we know that our president is doing everything to make sure that there's water that is usable, good water in the entire nation, so that the great people of Kenya can have clean water to drink so that their health can be good.
Your visit here is symbolic. Mine is just to really, really appreciate you. You came, you promised, now umetenda. We are so grateful, we are so excited. You can even see the smile on the children's faces. Just the stroke of pressing that machine, you have laid the foundation of water, sanitation.
Whatever the policies are, we are the implementers. And we have come here to implement what Mama wa Taifa promised to the people of Bondo Kasiemo.
To sports news now, the national soccer team Haram Stars is preparing for crucial clash against COSAFA champions Angola this Thursday at Kasarani Stadium. Head coach Benny McCarthy says the team is confident after the 1-0 win over DR Congo and they're looking to secure another victory.
When you have 3 days to recover after your first match, it's not easy for the players. but we try and manage it the best possible way that we can. We had yesterday our first training session since the DRC match, and it was late, but so we couldn't really work on tactical stuff. So we try and do a lot of videos and about our opponents and that. And then today we're going to have our last training session. So hopefully we'll be able to just tactically adjust the team to a system that a team plays completely different from our first match. And yeah, but I think the calmness that's in the camp is good from the players. You know, they're soaking up the atmosphere, the environment, and they're trying to stay as level-headed as possible because we haven't achieved anything yet. It's only one match, and we try not to get ahead of ourselves.
From football to the lovers of high-octane safari rally, the high-anticipated Joginda Singh Memorial Rally, popularly known as the Flying Stick Rally, kicks off tomorrow in Nyaringita, Kifi County. The rally will celebrate the legacy of the legendary rally driver Joginda Singh, with top drivers like Timothy Kinoti and QA Mungai expected to headline the mini classic competition.
Moment for us. This is a very different type of rally than what we've been doing. It's a mini classic style rally where we are going to cover 1,000 kilometers. It's every driver's dream who is in motorsport to participate in this kind of rallies, and we're very happy and grateful to be part of it.
Mentally, physically, we're trying to do exercises. Mentally is already be there before, like in our heads. Emotionally is connect to the driver so that when there's something that probably we need to do together, we are ready. When there's something that we need to collaborate, we are ready. And ensuring the car is on performing perfectly.
Right, 15 minutes past the top of the hour. This has been News Now with me, Stanley Nyaringita. Thank you very much for tuning in. More coming up on our subsequent bulletins right here at TV47.